everybody. Welcome to another episode of Daily Life with Deb. First of all, I have to apologize for not getting a video uploaded on Friday. And that kind of brings us to the subject matter for this week's video, or today's video, I should say. This is going to be a little unusual. It's just some random thoughts that I'd like to share. But they kind of came to me over the weekend, and since I was there's a story I want to tell, and since I was wanting to put that together in like a little booklet, or, well, like it's more like a devotional maybe, not even a devotional. I don't know, just some thoughts I want to share. Kind of came to me through the weekend that I could put it out this way instead of like writing it down or whatever. Anyway, so Friday, we took the car. My husband, he had to do some work on it, and his dad had the tools and stuff he needed up in Missouri, and my husband had a long weekend for Labor Day, so we went up Friday, decided we'd go up there, get the work done on the car, and then do some visiting and that, and then head home on Sunday. So I was thinking, okay, well, we'll be up there. My mother-in-law was at work Friday, and my husband be working on the car, and his father-in-law, or my father-in-law, his dad, was working as well. So it was just going to be, I was basically going to be in the house alone, and I was thinking, oh, good, I'll be able to get all my editing done and everything like that, and get my video uploaded. I'll just do that then. Well, turns out that there was just enough, like two-person stuff to do on the car to where my husband would sometimes need me to like hold the flashlight, or just turn something while he held something, or I held something while he turned something. Basically some of that, just extra, where you just need an extra set of hands. And he needed it frequently enough to where it seemed like as soon as I went back in the house and started, like, open everything up on my phone to get ready to start editing, he'd come in and be like, I need you again. So I just decided to stay out in the shop and hang out there and to help him whenever he needed it. And then I didn't have signal out in the shop. So I was like, at first I was starting to stress. I mean, as time went on, I wasn't really worried about it at first, but then as the afternoon wore on, I was like, I really got to get this video done, because I'm trying to upload videos every Tuesday and every Friday. And I was like, I'm not going to get Friday's video edited and to where I can upload it, because we were going to a birthday party that night, and I knew I wouldn't get time that evening, especially after my in-laws got home and we'd be visiting and all that. So I was like kind of starting to panic a little bit. Not exactly panic, but just stress just a little bit. And then it dawned on me, I'm like, you know what? These are just videos. This is just so temporary. Whereas my husband, he had needs that I needed to meet. And so I decided that I need to get my priorities straight. My marriage and my husband were much more important than the videos were. And so that is why you all didn't get a video on Friday. But it also kind of brought to mind something I had been thinking about from about a year or so ago. And it's a little story that's not exactly the same subject, but it is marriage related, and I kind of wanted to share that with you. So it was, I think, yeah, it would have been the very first motorcycle ride my husband took me on since we got married. We've been married 2.5 years now, and so this was just a few months after we were married, I believe. And my husband is not a daredevil by any means, but he's not really worried about speed, and like, he's very comfortable on the motorcycle. He grew up riding them in four-wheelers and everything, so he's very comfortable, and of course trusts his judgment and everything. And I don't mistrust his judgment. I'm just not comfortable on motorcycles, four-wheelers, and all that. I'm getting better though. I'm getting better, because I know that's a big thing for my husband, and I want to do things with him that he enjoys. So anyway, first time on the motorcycle. I remembered riding on motorcycles with my dad when I was little, but that's kind of different, because you're riding on the front and he's just driving on like cow trails on the farm and that, and you're only going, what, 10 miles an hour or something. So I never was worried or scared or anything. And always, you always fully trust your dad. Not that I don't trust my husband, but I knew that he he was fine going faster than I was comfortable with, and that sort of thing. So I'm riding on the back, and between our house and our destination are quite a few curves, and some of them are pretty sharp. So he has to like lean the bike pretty far over to get safely around those curves, or to make the curve, I should say. And so the first curve or two, we're leaning, and I'm like, I don't like this, you know? And so I start just so kind of subconsciously and instinctively kind of like pulling the other way. I wasn't totally leaning the other way, but I was definitely like, okay, say the bike's leaning over and I should be leaning with him, and I'm just kind of like just like trying to make it around the curve. And I really had a lot of anxiety that first trip. But anyway, so we make it to our, I don't think we stopped on the way there. I think we made it to our destination, which was only like a 10-minute ride away. So we stopped, and my husband like asked me how it was and how I did and everything, or how it was for me or something. And I was like, oh, well, it's okay. I just got to get used to it. And he's like, well, you need to stop fighting me on the curves. He's like, when I lean over, you got to lean too. And I was like, well, it felt like we were going to go all the way over. It just felt so, it was scary like. And he's like, yeah, but you know, you doing that, you're going to make us wreck. You got to lean with me. So I'm like, okay. So I forgot, we had actually gone over to my in-laws' second place down here. And I don't remember what we did over there, but kind of the whole time we were over there, I remember kind of being scared of the ride back, thinking, I do not like this. Why did I ever do this? Sort of thing. Anyway, so we get on there. We get back on the bike to go home. And I'm kind of petrified. But then we start off, and on that first curve, I was just like, okay, lean with him. And we're leaning. And I'm like, as long as I pictured that I was like part of Thomas, like just like we were like this one body, it was okay. And then we go the other way. I'm just like, lean with him. And then it somewhere in the somewhere after the first curve or two, it kind of just like popped in my head that it was like, this is like marriage, and we're going through life. If we're going opposite, okay, we're going around these curves. He's leaning into the curve. Like I said, be into the curve, I think. He's leaning into the curve, and if I'm fighting him wanting to go the other way, well, obviously that's increasing our risk of crashing. That's increasing our risk of our marriage crashing. I'm not going to say with 100% certainty it would happen, just like you can't say with 100% certainty that you would get in a crash if we landed in different directions. But your chances of a crash increases significantly. So, so I just got thinking, oh, this is, it kind of got my thoughts going as far as like this being like an object lesson. I'm like, lean together, unify, be one as we're going around these curves and on this road of life. And then I thought a little further, and when I put my trust in my husband, that I'm like, he's experienced, he knows how to do this, he knows, he's comfortable with it, and it eased my fears quite a bit when I just quit stressing out and quit worrying about what if we crash, what if this, what if that. And it's kind of like, Thomas knows how to ride a motorcycle. I just need to trust him and his ability to lead us where we should go, and lean with him, and lean together. If there's a point, which there are points, you're going to have points like that everywhere in marriage where you can't fully trust your husband, or you feel like he's making a mistake, you don't need to advertise it. You don't need to tell him, excuse me, you don't need to tell him you don't trust him, or even make him feel like you don't trust him. He doesn't need us nagging. He doesn't need us correcting him. That's when you just take it to God and you give it to God. Because on that motorcycle ride home, even though I was telling myself, Thomas knows what he's doing. He knows how to ride a motorcycle. He's been doing this his whole life. I just gotta lean with him. Then he can handle the bike. I still didn't 100% trust everything that was going on. We'll just say that. That's when you have to hand it to God. You're like, Lord, I'm leaning with my husband. I'm trusting in him to the best of my ability. He still is a man. I don't know if it's even possible to put 100% of your trust in another person, but with that little, whatever amount of mistrust you have, then you have to just give it to God. And I have to admit that ride home with these thoughts of just like leaning together, living in unity, and then giving God the rest, like give it all to God. I hope I'm making sense with all this. Before we knew it, we were home, and I got home, and we were home, and I'm like, oh good, we're not moving anymore. We made it. But I have to admit that the ride home was much more relaxing, much less stressful, and the only thing that changed was I wasn't fighting Thomas on those curves. Which I don't know, that probably didn't really affect me that much on the way over there, but it probably affected Thomas's ability to handle the motorcycle. So it made it easier on him, for me to work with him, and then just putting all my trust in God. Those two things were the only things I did different, and it made a world of difference in my ride, in the ride home. And those two things will make a world of difference in your life and in your marriage. I can guarantee it. So anyway, that's just what I wanted to share. I know it's just kind of a lot of randomness, but it's just, I feel like the Lord laid it on my heart to share that with you all today. I will have some more practical, practical skills videos coming up. I have some house cleaning and things in my next video. And I'm also considering starting like a home ec series where I think I'll just share like basic how-to or basic demos, I guess, for just really basic cookery, how to make a gravy, how to bake bread, how to scramble eggs, like really, really basic stuff. So if anybody has any like young daughters that you would like to include those in your homeschool and that sort of thing, you're more than welcome to. And I will also be doing some basic sewing skills, just even just basic how to thread your sewing machine, and then go further than that too with excuse me, hemming, and then we'll even make some garments. I am planning to make a video of how to make a skirt without a pattern. I have a method that I just kind of made up when I was in my teens, and that's how I've been doing it for years and years and years. For like an A-line, it's a nice skirt. Anyway, there's that, and let me know what you guys would like to see, because I have all these ideas, and I don't totally know what direction to go. I could do a whole lot of cooking videos, but I'm kind of like, should I do the very basics for moms to use in their homeschool, or for people that just are very new to cooking, or should I just do more complicated things for people that have a good basis, or maybe basis isn't the word, but a good foundation in cookery, and they just want to expand that? Or should we do sewing? Do you all want to see canning? I'm about done canning for the year, but there's still some food preservation things that we could do. So anyway, let me know what you'd like to see. And I've also thought about doing a question and answer, a Q&A. So if that's something that would interest you all as well, let me know, and we'll see about doing that as well. So, well, that's enough for today. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, take care, and God bless.